Hey guys, in this video, I want to show you how to use Canva's blur tool and also how to utilize this as a super simple design technique that can make a really big difference in whatever you're creating. So one thing I want to mention is that first and foremost, anything we put out into the world needs to communicate what we want to, right? So when we put out a social media post or anything we put out, we want to make sure that people can actually read what we are saying, because if we aren't able to communicate what we need to communicate, then our design or our post really hasn't done its job. And so that's where it's super important to make sure that text is readable, that it's a good size, that contrast is good between colors. Like with this one, for example, this one would be okay probably because we have a dark background and the text is white. But what I'm about to show you is a way to increase the readability even further, to make it even more easily read. And going back to what I just said, just making sure that everything we put out into the world actually communicates what we want to communicate. So I'm going to click on this photo and I'm going to click on adjust. And then I don't really like the slider tool here because I think it jumps too much, but I'll just show you here. So it jumps to like 20. And if you want to create like a really abstract background, this is a really great way to do that. Like, so say you have like a really cool kind of color montage, this could be a really cool effect there. But if you wanted people to still be able to see that it was trees, we're gonna reduce the blur there. So I'm gonna change this to 5. So we can still see the trees, but you can see how we are instantly able to, like, the text pops out more from the background, and there's a lot more. I'm going to throw out a design word here, hierarchy, and what that means is that there are levels of importance. So because the background is blurred, it takes our focus to the text here, and then we aren't paying as much attention to the background. It's the same thing with photography. So in photography, a lot of times you'll have focus on the subject and then the background will be blurred so that you are focusing on the most important thing. It's the exact same approach there. So you are bringing focus to the text, making the background blurred, so you're not trying to take it all in at one time. You're focusing on the text and the background kind of takes a step backward. So this is a super simple way to create better readability and highlight different things in your design. And it's a super simple trick that I like to use too as a designer, and I hope you guys found it to be helpful.